Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic Legend video. Now I've done already a few months ago a guide on how you can climb in Squad Arena with Jedi Master Luke versus other Galactic Legends. However, as you probably know, we had a lot of nerfs to our key characters that we've been using alongside our Galactic Legends. Then we also had some AI changes, and of course we do have two Galactic Legends now since then, Lord Vader and Jedi Master Kenobi. So it feels like a good time to create an updated guide with Jedi Master Luke versus other Galactic Legends. So let's just start off first by probably what's going to be the easiest match for Jedi Master Luke, which is Supreme Kylo Ren. And obviously, depending on slight composition of your Luke or Kylo team, this might go slightly differently, but in most cases you will not really have any issues whatsoever when using your Jedi Master Luke to go up against first order squads, no matter what's in there, because you got that mass AoE with ability blocks. Landing those ability blocks can be challenging sometimes, especially on Hux, because it seems like more and more people do mod now Hux for tenacity. He's got quite high base tenacity anyways, so most likelihood you won't be able to land ability blocks on him. But anyway, we can just go in with Jedi Travel Lead here, and we put a tank tech over on Jedi Master Luke, so he's taunting. So there you go, as mentioned before, ability block on Hux is very hard to land, but we can now get the stuns out with Jedi Knight Luke. We can put now Master Training on Knight Luke as well, man. Too many Lukes in this team. Then we can put over Med Pack on Revan, because he's kind of squishy, so try to keep him alive. You would probably want to get rid of Sith Trooper first, just so that you stop his bonus turns and AoE. There goes Hux already. So you can see we're totally tearing this team apart. Now we're just down to 2 tanks here. Now, even though Jedi Wheel was nerfed, at least versus tanks, Jedi Knight Luke now, his basic will be dealing true damage. So actually, in terms of going up, taking out Kylo Ren and Mask and First Order Stormtrooper, you will actually be able to take them out faster than before. However, versus other characters, the damage is definitely decreased now that Jedi Wheel is no longer ignoring defense. Alright, so here we go. I just go ahead now, swap turn meter with Master Luke. Push back turn meters. Let's see if we can take out Kylo before he goes into his ultimate. Not sure. We'll give it a go. Alright, let's call an assist here on the other Luke. Almost got him. Come on, give me another assist. Put Master Training on the other Luke now. Come on, come on. Nah, I was not able to. And that's where, for example, you can see the reduced damage that we are getting because Jedi Wheel is no longer ignoring defense. But as soon as Kylo does come out of ultimate, we should be able to finish him off quite quickly. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now Repulse, on the other hand, now deals damage 3 times. There we go. We almost got him out actually. So one way, Repulse can be better in this scenario once you're only down to 1 Galactic Legend. Alright, so the easiest match out of the way. Up next, we got Rey. Now Rey herself, it is kind of easy-ish, but again, depending on the Rey's composition, things can drag on. You may lose a character or 2 as well, depending is Rey high offense or high health and things like that. But again, you shouldn't have too many issues here with Jedi Master Luke going up against Rey squads. Obviously, you have to be a little bit careful, just because every time you use Luke's ability from his lead, that the Inheritance Teachings ability, you will be giving bonus turn meter to your target ally, and every time anybody gains bonus turn meter because of Rey's lead, the enemies will keep stacking their mastery. So if you keep using that ability too much, sometimes then a Rey's ultimate can really bump up the damage, and that could cause trouble. So you just have to be a little bit careful. Try to reduce the amount of pushing too much bonus turn meter to your team, but it's just inevitable, at least to begin with, that you get towards your ultimate. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to no ability block on Rey, unfortunately, so we got worst case scenario start here. Anyway, let's first mark off their Revan, so we stop him from marking anybody from our side. Stun won't do much here, really, will it? It can only stun 2 out of 3 targets, but at least we stop General Skywalker from attacking to begin with. You have to go after Revan first, because if you take anybody else out, what'll happen is that then, you know, his saver will trigger anyway, so might as well take him out first. Now previously you could maybe just mark Rey and go all out on her, but with the reduced damage output from both Jedi Wheel and General Skywalker's attacks, you won't get anywhere really to begin with. So you definitely want to here first go after Revan. What you can do here is keep calling Hermit Yoda for an assist with Inherited Teaching, so he's healing everybody up with his basic, as well as fitting some bonus turn meter, which obviously is not ideal here versus Rey. She's about to pop her ultimate, so let's see what she's got for us. Okay, I'll just, you know what, keep marking Revan so he doesn't put mark on any of my guys. Get another stun out. Okay, we were able to take this head. Boom, there goes the Revan, and finally landed ability block on Rey. So now let's just go all out on Rey to get her into damage immunity. She's ability blocked, so she won't be able to use a whirlwind to begin with on her next turn. Alright, we also triggered here damage immunity on gas as well. Alright, Rey took a turn, so we can now switch back onto her and go all out. There we go. As you can see, we're hardly doing any damage here. It's really the true damage from Luke's lead that's actually doing damage here. Here we go. Come on. Get her out before she goes into ultimate. Almost got her. Come on. Alright, she'll go into ultimate. Let's see if we can finish her before she does that. Not quite. Mass attack. Oh boy. Okay, here it comes. Obviously, we were gaining some bonus turn meter from her previous ultimate, so this ultimate will do more damage now. So we may lose here somebody. Let's have a look once she does pop her ultimate. But in the meantime, I just kind of keep the other two Jedi under control, increasing cooldowns on Luke Skywalker. Okay, perfect. Get some ability blocks. Try to stop Hermit Yoda from healing Rey back up when he gets a turn with his big heal. Got a stun on him as well. Here comes the ultimate. Yeah, there he goes. Lost Jedi Knight Revan, Hermit Yoda barely hanging in there. And that's what I meant, like, you know, Rey's ultimate will slowly build up. But unfortunately, no, we do not have that any more firepower as we had before. So, you know, you may lose a character too, but still, you know, it's quite a safe win, to be honest. At this point, they don't have a whole lot going anymore. Obviously, just a waiting game now, waiting for Jedi Knight Luke to get a turn so he loses damage immunity, so we can then go ahead, finish him off. Alright, well, Hermit Yoda's out of damage immunity, so might as well attack him to begin with. Come on, Luke, take a turn, buddy. It's okay, it's okay. There we go, perfect. And now we can just go ahead, finish him off. One more hit, and that should do it. Alright, so the two easy matches out of the way for Jedi Master Luke. Let's move on now onto slightly trickier battles. So the versus Sith Eternal Emperor. Now Sith Eternal Emperor is probably the hardest galactic legend for Jedi Master Luke to take out. Again, it will slightly depend on Sith Eternal composition, on your Jedi Master Luke team composition, how things will line up. I would say it's, you know, this could be a little bit more mod and relic dependent than some of the other battles I've been showing you here. But you know, you can still get it done. It's slightly trickier because, as mentioned before, both Jedi Knight Luke and John Skywalker, obviously their viability versus Galactic Legends has been nerfed significantly. So, you know, we'll see how much damage we can do here. Previously, I think we were doing Bastille lead and things like that. Just because Jedi Knight Luke and both guys there could hit very hard, so you could do that. But now, you know, with their decreased damage, basically your best chance probably is still using Jedi Master Luke lead, just because then you do get all that extra damage whenever you use Inherited Teachings, because that's damage based on his max protection. Okay, so here we go. They're gonna link up Master Luke. Link up General Skywalker. I think Sith Eternal always links up General Skywalker, at least from my testing. There we go. So these particular guys, they do have Sith Empire. So you will, let's just start off there with an AoE to boost their meter to your team. We have to go after Malak. Now luckily both Lukes cannot be feared, which is really good. Now as long as Darth Revan is alive, we can't really stun his Sith allies, so we might as well go ahead, mark him, increase his cooldowns so he doesn't spread fear on the team. Increase cooldowns again with Luke there. And unfortunately you cannot call assists on Darth Revan, so just use basic there to take him out. Now with Darth Vader out of it, we can actually land stuns on these guys, obviously except Sith Eternal Emperor, because he's a galactic legend. Now we're stuck behind Malak, so probably have to go after him next. Swapping here turn meter with Luke, calling other Luke to assist, because again, both Lukes, they're immune to fear. So just keep calling them to assist, targeting Malak, and there goes Malak. Now we go after Basti next. Let's heal up, get some foresight. Alright, Basti doing her best to wreak havoc on the team, but you know, we took her out there, and now we got relinking on Luke, relinking on General Skywalker, so definitely seems like AI here prioritizes linking General Skywalker when they can, which is fine, because at least then Jedi Knight Luke is actually, I think, bigger damage dealer now than General Skywalker, so this really works in our favor. Now Sith Eternal entered his ultimate, but he does have ability block on him, so he won't be able to unleash his ultimate power. We can also increase his cooldowns on his next turn, so again, trying to prevent him to unload his ultimate. Let's go ahead, mark him up. I think I'll just do basic here. I will save the special that increases cooldowns. Hopefully am I looking at a turn before Sith Eternal Emperor. Keep calling here assists. Yeah, keep going, almost got him. Do you know what? I'm just going to increase cooldowns on Sith Eternal Emperor so he can't get out his ultimate, but there we go, we finished him anyway. Alright, so moving on, Jedi Master Kenobi. Now, Jedi Master Luke could, you know, quite easily counter Jedi Master Kenobi before the nerfs, and even after the nerfs, still does work, but obviously it plays slightly differently just because John Skywalker and Jedi Knight Luke are not doing as much damage as they were before. So I slightly tweaked my lineup. I actually inserted now Grandmaster Yoda into the lineup instead of General Skywalker, because General Skywalker doesn't really do anything. His damage, you know, is not really that great. Yoda's damage is okay, but he's mainly there because it seems like AI again, with no General Skywalker in there, will always go after your Grandmaster Yoda. I mean, that's for Commander Ahsoka Tano AI as well as Jedi Master Kenobi. So again, it's very predictable what they will be doing, and obviously Yoda, either in his basic he can grant himself foresight, or with his battle meditation he gives foresight to everybody, so he'll be able to evade a lot of those attacks coming his way, especially, you know, the healing immunity and things like that he can evade them. So you can basically take advantage of AI being programmed to go after Grandmaster Yoda. There we go, targeting Yoda as mentioned before. So to begin with here, let's increase cooldowns on Kenobi, call Yoda for an assist, so again he grants himself foresight in case he gets attacked. We now swap turn meter with Jedi Knight Luke, stun everybody, spread the buffs and foresight as well to everybody. Now we have Mark online, we can go ahead and mark Commander Ahsoka Tano here, and now we just call Yoda for an assist, so he heals up because, you know, he was taking all the hits to begin with. Also call Julie for an assist, so he reduces his cooldowns, so then on his next turn he will again have inherited teachings ready to be used. Join AoE here. Let's again call Julie for an assist, because, you know, you have to keep Julie alive at all costs as well, so do call him for an assist as well, so he keep himself healing up, same as Yoda. And here I'll just keep working towards our ultimate, again inheriting teachings on Yoda. Okay, now they've got the high ground, that's okay, we're almost to our ultimate now. I think one more inherited teachings and we should be good to go here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm just going to call Julie here to an assist because Yoda's got foresight. Now I'll swap turn meter with my Master Luke, so I can go ahead, pop my ultimate now as well. And now that we do have ultimate, we can ignore taunt, which is great because obviously Kenobi's got a permanent taunt, and, you know, we don't want to be stuck behind him. We still have Mark online as well, because when you do enter ultimate, it will reset cooldowns on your Jedi. And what I do here, I just go all out on Master Kenobi, to be honest, because the other guys, nah, they can't really do much, because remember, John Skywalker, his same goes for the enemy, he's barely scratching your guys, he's not doing nearly as much damage as he used to, so you don't have to worry about it. Pop a hit there on Kenobi, so as you can see, Yoda can hit pretty hard with all those extra buffs he's got. Smash an AoE, boom, there goes Master Kenobi, and then now you can just hit auto. So you can see pretty straightforward match here whenever we're using Yoda in place of John Skywalker. Obviously here, to be this more effective versus, you know, high relic Jedi Master Kenobi, Commander Ahsoka Tano, so you want to have as much protection as possible on your Jedi Master Luke so that you increase the damage from his inherited teachings leadership. Alright, so moving on, Lord Vader. Now Lord Vader, for some reason it's not picking up in Squad Arena really. It's very hard to find anybody leaving this guy on defense, so it's the only team I could find at the time of testing. So this may not be the most optimal Lord Vader team, it may not, you know, have the most optimal mods, I don't know, to be honest. It's the only one I could find, so that's what I'll be going up against here. These guys, again, Jedi Master Luke can handle these guys, sort of, but you know, same as with all Lord Vader fights, there's always that potential of a timeout. So again, you will want to have your Jedi Master Luke here modded for as much protection as possible. As you've seen from my mods, I have him not even at 500 speed, so no focus really here on speed. Before you could get away with speed just because of Jedi Knight Luke and General Skywalker, they were doing so much damage, you did not need to solely rely on, you know, true damage from inherited teachings, whereas now we have to. And also versus Lord Vader, you'll hardly be able to do critical hits on them. So again, you know, the pure damage from offense won't do much for you. Again, you have to rely on inherited teachings to get this damage. Let's just start off here by doing an AoE, get some ability blocks. Here comes Maul. Look at him go. Okay, that's not a problem at all. So first things, I always like to go after Piet, because otherwise he'll just keep gaining bonus turn meter. He can then put mark on Lord Vader and things like that. So you really just want to go all out on him, try to get him out as quickly as you can. Because to be honest, Maul did his damage already, so you know, for a couple of turns he's basically harmless, so you don't have to worry about Maul at all. So you can just cleanse this, all this mess up. Let's swap turn meter here with Hermit Yoda. Again, keep pushing here, keep going after Piet. Got him in the yellow. Who do we want to call for assist? Probably Luke here. Come on, one more hit. There we go, perfect. So got Piet out, and now they go into their ultimate, but I'm not even halfway through to my ultimate. Oh boy. Alright, so we got now Kylo, we got Royal Guard to go after. Put a hit on Kylo there, dispelled his taunt, so now I have to go after Royal Guard. Here comes the ability blocks. So we just have to use basics for now. So you can see we are like 1.5 minutes in, we just took out Piet. So yeah, this battle will go into the distance. So when Mark is back online, just mark Maul, you're gonna go after him before obviously he unleashes another round of his 5 attacks in a row. Definitely want to avoid that if you can. Heal up here with Hermit Yoda. Again, we can dispel all these debuffs here with Revan. We can as well put Master's Training on the other Luke. Inherited teachings, come on, there we go, perfect. Maul's out. Let's get some Jedi Will going as well, just to boost a little bit damage on our guys. Now luckily their Jedi's look basic, he's dealing true damage to tanks, so hopefully we can get this guy down now in combination obviously with inherited teachings, damage, Jedi Will damage. Come on. Alright, we've got more Master's Training. So I'll just put it on General Skywalker. There we go, got Royal Guard down almost. Get a stun. Again, swapping turn meter here. Let's do another AoE. Perfect, landed ability block on Lord Vader. Calling here Luke for an assist. I think I'll just get Kylo and Mask out, and then it's gonna be 5v1 on Lord Vader. So we'll see how that will go. Oh boy, here we go. Give me more assists. Just calling Hermit Yoda a little bit for an assist that he heals everybody up. Just going to the basic here. I will save Mark because we almost got here. Kylo out of here. There we go. Boom, ability blocks. Alright, here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see how quickly we can take Vader out. There we go. So yeah, just keep using inherited teachings whenever you can, just because it does more damage than anything else on your team, especially because you can't, at this point you can't critically hit Lord Vader anyways. Alright, we got him in the red. Come on, boom, down he goes. Alright, so still good, still 1.5 minutes to go, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, and finally we got the old mirror matches with Master Luke. So nothing's changed really when it comes to these mirrors matches. Best thing for mirror match is that you switch to Jedi Knight Revan lead, so then even if you're slower it doesn't really matter, because you start with tenacity up on your Jedi allies, so they can't remove their meter from you, whereas you will be able to do it when your Luke gets a turn. They also won't be able to land ability blocks on your guys, whereas you will be. So it works pretty much the same way, but again, with the difference that now Luke and John Skywalker, you know, they're not doing nearly as much damage as they were doing before. And yeah, of course, General Skywalker, forgot to mention that, but you're probably aware of it. He can no longer increase cooldowns on Galactic Legends and reduce their max health. So again, kind of, you know, in one way making these mirror matches easier, even if you are slower, just because John Skywalker is not doing as much damage as he was doing before, especially versus your Master Luke. He can increase cooldowns, reduce health, but at the same time, your guys are doing less damage as well. So this battle is a little bit take longer than before, but still a pretty straightforward match here, to be honest. Alright, so just go ahead, put here tank takeover on our Luke, and then do an AoE. Unfortunately, didn't land ability block on their Luke, as well as the other Luke. Oh man, only landed ability block on Watson Burst, so not a great start in terms of RNG. Obviously, want to take out Jedi Trevan first, because if he's not in the leading slot, Saver will not apply on him. Now we can go after John Skywalker, increase his cooldowns. Here comes the stuns. And this is what's great now, that John Skywalker can no longer increase cooldowns on you. So even if they're faster, it doesn't really matter. Now Master Luke can ignore taunts, so you can just call somebody and assist. Jedi Trevan as well, ignore taunts. So we can go after John Skywalker. And just keep going after him. Okay, dispel those buffs. Unfortunately, the true damage, it applies to tanks, but not Galactic Legends, so the basic from Jedi Luke will not be dealing true damage to Master Luke, unfortunately. That would be amazing, but hey, they really try to stop, you know, these guys doing much versus Galactic Legends. There you go, John Skywalker down. Here comes another round of ability blocks. You'll probably lose Watson Boring there, because he's no Jedi, so, you know, he won't be able to get saved by Master Luke or Revan. You have no way of healing him up, really. No Hermit Yoda, obviously we don't have him to heal up, and the Jedi Revan ability only heals up Jedi. But you know what is there? He put a tank tech on Master Luke, because obviously Master Luke otherwise would not be taunting if he's not in the lead, in a full Jedi team for that matter as well. Okay, there we go. So probably, you know, in the old days, this battle would have been over by now, but just because of reduced damage output, it's taking a little bit longer. There we go, get Jedi Luke out of here, smash an AoE, and now just a case of going through their Master Luke. I'm just speeding up the footage here, because with that tank tech, he'll keep recovering protection, so it'll take some time to burn down, and this is probably where you will notice the most reduced damage output from both General Skywalker and then Jedi Will from Luke. Because yeah, it just takes so much time now to take him down. Alright, yep, keep going guys, keep going, almost got him. One more hit and I think that should do it. And there you go guys, hopefully this video was useful and helpful for you, just to get an idea of how to use Jedi Master Luke versus other Galactic Legends, whether you face them in TW, Grand Arena or Squad Arena. Obviously in Squad Arena you will have these super teams jacked up together, whereas, you know, in Grand Arena and Territory Wars maybe you'll see some different variations, but at least hopefully this gives you an idea of different mechanics, how to use your Jedi versus these guys so you can knock them down without any issues. Thank you for watching guys, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you my friends.